We met actually through a network marketing company we were both involved in. My mom and some team members were working behind the scene to introduce us, and they did on June 30th of 2014. So we
At
met.
6:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
No, I'm not that crazy. So we've been together a little under 2.5 years, and we got engaged a little.
Right around a year
Yeah.
into our relationship.
Yep.
And I remember just to throw this out here. Um, I remember being at a place where I honestly wasn't looking for a relationship, but there were a couple people that were like, "Hey, I know someone that you should meet." And I remember just being a guy, having an ego, being selfish, saying, "I don't need anybody to hook me up. I'll hook myself up." But hooking myself up didn't work well in the past. My track record of trying to hook myself up didn't go well. And so I look back on it today and think, wow, there were some people who had Christ in their life that saw two people who were pursuing the Lord and said, we should introduce them. And so it was a blessing. The closer we got to our wedding day, the more I realized, wow, yeah, there's people that try to fix people up all the time, and ultimately not knowing what the outcome will be. But to know that someone thought highly enough of me as a godly man that could lead her, that means a lot to me. It certainly didn't. I didn't think that way about it whenever they were trying to hook us up, right? And what else?
Well, we already said we've been married a year.
Yeah, so I just kind of segued into
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
All together. So that's how we met. That's how long we've been together. And I'll tell you, it's been a blessing. And when I say a blessing, of course, the term blessing is used very loosely. It's almost kind of like a buzzword. It's a popular word that people use oftentimes. Something good will happen to them. I'm blessed, right? They get this house, they get this car, or they get this promotion. But oftentimes I think we fail to respect the fact that a blessing is supernatural favor from God. God doing in our lives something that we can't do for ourselves. And this is absolutely a blessing. This is a blessing. She is a blessing, because I know wholeheartedly, based on my track record, based on my shortcomings, my failures, I know that her being in my life is not Jeremy getting what he deserves. So it's been a blessing, to say the least. That's an understatement, if there's ever been an understatement. And but I'll let Jaala share first. What a couple things that we've learned, some things that we've grown through, but what's on our heart as we round the corner on this first anniversary.
Yeah. I can remember going through the premarital counseling at Living Hope in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we were focusing on what were those 5 things?
It was spiritual, mental, emotional, several
Romance and
yeah.
something else. But on the romance,
She doesn't take good notes.
I take good notes. I just can't remember. That's why I take notes. But in talking about the romance aspect of it, I remember the pastor saying that as a spouse, we're called to love our husband, or husbands to love your wife, in a way that reminds them every single moment of every single day how much they are loved by God. And love is a choice. I do like him a lot, but sometimes I may not like him, but I have to choose. It's a choice. I choose to love him every single day,